Welcome to the Protagonist Pub. My name is Tammy. And this is where characters gather. Today I thought I would go over my anticipated 5-star reads for the first quarter of 2023. And the puppies are playing with my toes. First up, Kindle reads. There's 2 on my Kindle right now. One is the second in How to Kiss the Hawthorne Brothers series by Jenny Proctor, and that is How to Kiss Your Grumpy Boss. I love the first book in the series. I just finished it the last full week of January. I loved that book. These are sweet, clean romances. There's humor, there's adventure, there's romance that builds over time. It isn't an insta-love story. I loved the first one. I stayed up late reading it. I can't stop gushing about it. It is easily one of my top reads for January, without question. So I'm very much looking forward to book number 2 in the series. And next up on my Kindle, I've started it. I'm about 7% in, 10% in, is the Bonaventure Circus by Jamie Jo Wright. These are suspenseful, creepy. I'm sort of getting that vibe. It's like 7% in. I've heard great things about Jamie Jo Wright books. I've heard they're creepy without being gory and violent and yeah. So it'll be a new reading experience for me. She's a new to me author, as was Jenny Proctor. I'm looking forward to these, to finishing that Jamie Jo Wright book. I don't mind being a little creeped out. I really don't mind it if my husband is home and I'm not reading it at night either. I'm not going to lie. The next 2 books are anticipated books from the library. The first is The Heart of the Sun Warrior by Sue Lynn Tan. This is the second of the duology of the Celestial Empire, or Celestial Kingdom. Can't remember which. Put it down here. I have purposely not read anything about this. I want to go in as blind as I went into the first book, which I loved immensely. It was one of my favorite reads of 2022. I will link that blog post down here. I'm very, very much looking forward to this book. I will undoubtedly put everything else on hold to read it when it comes in. My next library choice is The Children of Gods and Fighting Men by Shauna Lawless. This was gushed over by the Brothers Gwyn, who I will link below. It is set in 900 era Ireland. I don't know much more than that. I know it's about Irish mythology and history and fictional weaving and retelling of that and the Tuatha De Danann, and I am so looking forward to that. I will also probably drop everything else to read that when it comes in, because that is something that is right up my alley, and I know this is a series. The name escapes me. I will put it here. I'm on the edge of my seat waiting for those 2 books to come in. So for my physical pile, I want to knock out The Subtle Knife by Philip Pullman. This is book 2 in his Dark Materials series. I read book 1 in 2020, I think, and loved it. So it's a middle grade book. Eagerly looking forward to it. It won't take me long to read it. it should easily be 5 stars for me. And then next up is Boundary Waters by William Kent Kruger. This is book number 2 in his Cork O'Connor series. And this is part of my 2023 reading challenge. And it is a book set in winter. And The Sun of Life is also part of my 2023 reading challenge. And I loved the first book in this series. I anticipate loving this one just as much, if not more so. And it'll be a quick read for me. I mean, it's, not overly dense word-wise. But these are always very, very enjoyable books for me. So I am looking forward to that immensely. And then we have Beneath a Scarlet Sky by Mark Sullivan. This is the February book club choice. I chose it. It is historical fiction based on the real life of Pino Lela in Italy. Several of my book club members have already finished it and loved it. I have started it. I'm loving what I'm reading. So I'm looking forward to being able to sit down and knock that one out. I don't read a lot of World War II fiction, so I'm looking forward to this one. And last but not least is Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. This is, I've read the first 2 or 3 chapters, I think, and I'm intrigued, which is a very good thing. The first several times I've tried to read this book, I couldn't make it through chapter 1. I couldn't make it halfway through chapter 1. So the fact that I'm 2 chapters in at least is a good sign that I'm going to finish the book. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued because of the characters. I'm not intrigued because of the writing style. And the fact that it's the characters that are pulling me in and not the prose is a very good sign. Tells me that I will continue because I want to find out what's happening and why it's so, the characters are so beloved by so many people. So that is an anticipated 5-star read. So those are those aren't 10 books, are they? Top 8 anticipated 5-star reads for the first quarter of 2023. What are your anticipated 5-star reads for the first quarter of 2023? Let me know in the comments below. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time here at the Protagonist Pop